Hi y'all. Welcome to our first monthly favorites. I try to be super intentional about what I purchase, where I put my money, and also just what I let consume my mind and my desires. I don't want to be just another person pushing consumerism on you or making you feel like you need something that I have to be happy. But I also think this could be a really fun way to share with you what's making my life happy and healthy and joyful. Not just products I've bought, but books I'm reading and podcasts I'm listening to and what's encouraging me. So with that in mind, let's share our August favorites. I'm actually gonna start with something that I swore I would never buy. Like, kind of ashamed to show you this, but here they are. Have y'all seen these pillow slides all over the internet? Let's just say the first 15 times I saw someone share about these, I said, no way in heck are those ever gonna be on my feet. Those are the ugliest things I've ever seen. Let me explain. For about a year and a half, I have been battling plantar fasciitis. I cannot walk around my house without support on my feet. So I've kind of fallen in love with slippers, except for the fact that it is 100 degrees in Texas. So I was like, I need a pair of slippers that aren't fuzzy and soft, that won't make my feet sweat. And I honestly searched all over and I just could not find anything except for these. They're hideous, but I love them. I think this is the most appealing color. They feel incredibly comfortable on my feet. They give me the support I need and they don't make my feet sweat. Sometimes you buy things you say you'll never buy, and this is one of them, so here we are. Let's do my favorite read of the month. The first one here is Breaking Free from Body Shame by Jess Connolly. Y'all know I have walked a journey with autoimmune diseases, with weight gain. I've struggled for years with my body image and shame about my body. And I've done a lot of healing work, but still this book brought me new insights and honestly just peace in a way that I can't really explain. Let me just say, if you have ever struggled with any kind of shame about your body, do yourself a favor, grab this book. I know this is gonna be one of those books that I continue to reread every year. It's like sweetness to my soul. Like, I feel peace in my soul just reading her words. It's really great. I'm super thankful for it. Another book I want to share, well, first of all, maybe I need to just start with my Kindle. I was one of those people who refused to get a Kindle or any kind of e-reader. I love holding a book in my hand. I love being able to underline and flip through a book. I do not like looking at screens, but last year sometime I got this Kindle and I cannot tell you how much I love this thing. This is not just this month, it was a few months ago, but I added a pop socket to my Kindle and it's one of the best things I've done. The Kindle's already so light you can like hold it with one hand, but it just makes it easier. This month I read one of my favorites I've read in quite a while. It's called I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. The storytelling's amazing, the character development is beautiful, and the twists and turns really keep you going. I read so many books in this kind of genre that I've honestly gotten really good at predicting what happens, but this book kept me guessing. There were multiple twists and turns that I was not seeing coming. It was just really engaging. If you're looking for a great novel to get lost in, check that one out. Let's do my favorite snack. You guys are always asking for food ideas from me. I shared both of these items in my Trader Joe's favorites. It's dates with this Kerrygold cheese. I've actually made huge changes to the way that I've been eating in the last couple of months. I'm not quite ready to give y'all all the details on that yet because I'm still learning and researching. For now, I'll tell you, part of the research I've been doing in how to heal my thyroid and my hormones is really focusing on giving my body the nutrients that it needs. One, I've been eating dairy, and two, I've been incorporating a lot more carbs and natural sugars and giving my body the energy that it's asking for. And so this has been kind of like a new thing for me. I get 2 dates and a little bit of cheese. They pair so well together. It's also the perfect balance of protein, fats, and carbs. If you ever eat something, you can actually feel the nutrients rushing through you. I feel like after I eat this, I have energy. My energy feels stable. It's the perfect between meal snack. I think you'll love it. Give it a try. On the food train though, I wanna share my favorite sip of the month. I've been loving this for far more than just the month of August, this entire summer, but it is pineapple spindrift. Holy freaking smokes. If you have not had the pineapple spindrift, you are missing out. I talked a little bit about spindrift in my Trader Joe's favorites. Unfortunately, they do not carry the pineapple flavor there, but it's so worth going out of your way to get this one. I am not much of a drinker, but I will say I've been loving pineapple spindrift on ice with a splash of triple sec. A year ago, I didn't even know what triple sec was until we went to make margaritas. The pineapple and the sparkling water with the splash of the sweetness and the orange of the triple sec is just to die for. And then another favorite is actually these earrings. One of the biggest things I want in jewelry is jewelry that I don't have to take off, that I can wear all the time, shower, sweat in, and not have to worry about. I was tired of buying jewelry off Etsy that said it was good quality, that was an affordable price, but would just continue to tarnish on me or not last. Found through Instagram this small business called Hey June. They have such beautiful jewelry. I feel like it really goes with my more minimalist style. They've got really great everyday pieces. I want to get some more Huggies, but I've really loved these little dainty hoops. They've got the tiny little diamond dangle at the bottom. I have not taken them out since I put them in my ear. I've been sweating in them, sleeping in them, showering in them, and they've held up really well, and I'm really excited to grow my collection. I cannot think about my favorite things from this past month without my star chart. I can't decide whether I feel really silly and somewhat embarrassed to share this with you or like overly excited because I am actually obsessed. So let me give you some context here. As y'all know, 3 years ago I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. I gained 50 pounds. I got really sick. I have felt like I've been living 3 years inside a body that isn't my healthiest, and I've learned to accept that, but I feel like this is the first time in 3 years that my body has been telling me that it's ready for another level of healing. I feel like so often with health, we overcomplicate things. As someone who has navigated healing from an autoimmune disease, I can tell you I've tried anything and everything. I've done all the research and I've tried all the supplements and I've done all the things, but I really wanted to just go back to the basics and ask myself, like, okay, what does it look like to faithfully every day take action on my health in a way that feels good in my body, that honors where I'm currently at, but also stretches me a little bit. I am chasing a healthier body, and I always want that journey and that goal to be sustainable and life-giving and enriching and joyful. I really believe health is your habits. It's what do you do on a daily basis. I have always been a type A achiever, a checkbox lover. In that, created my star chart. I picked 5 habits that I wanted to work on and commit to. I decided how many times I wanted those habits to happen on a weekly basis as my goal. So for example, yoga, I wanted to do 4 times a week, 4 to 5 times, but my goal was 4 times. I tracked 8 hours of sleep. That was a goal. Tracking my temperatures every morning is something I've been incorporating. If you guys are interested in learning more about that, let me know because I could do a whole video on that. But that's a new habit I've been trying to get in the habit of, waking up and doing that when I first wake up in the morning. Eating a raw carrot every day. I felt like these were something for 6 weeks, in a 6-week chunk, I could commit to, I could work on, I could consciously strive for in my day. It felt realistic. It didn't feel unattainable. I wanted it to be something that I could actually do, but that would stretch me. So for example, 4 days a week of yoga is doable. 5 days a week of 10,000 steps was definitely a stretch. I've been having to go on 2 to 3 mile walks sometimes in the evenings, because even if I go to yoga and I get maybe 2,000 steps, if I'm sitting on my butt the rest of the day up in my office, I need my steps. I've been checking off my daily habits on the top, and then at the end of every week, I've been going through and giving myself my little stars. It has been so much fun. It's not a weight loss goal. It is just like, hey, what are the habits that I believe build a healthy foundation for my healthy life? 1000% I can say that this star chart has brought me joy, has kept me moving, has helped me develop some of these healthy habits. Is this just something that only I get joy out of? I do feel like this could be so fun to turn into a download for you guys where you can customize this. So if you're interested in the star chart, if you want this for yourself, let me know. I don't want to go through the work of making it if you guys aren't going to download it. So you're going to have to comment below and let me know if you want your own star chart, because I could totally templatize this and make it something you could download and we could all do our own little star charts together. This next favorite is something I'm kind of embarrassed to say that is only a recent purchase for me as a yogi for a decade. I don't know why it took me so long to get one of these, but it is a yoga mat strap. Like, how did I live the last years of my life going to the yoga studio every day with a rolled up mat without a yoga strap? I will say I have the 5mm mat from Lululemon. I am obsessed with this thing. I have had this one for I think like 3 years. It's held up so well. Trust me when I say in this kind of yoga, you are literally dripping sweat and sliding around in your sweat, and this is very non-slip. I love it. But let me tell you, I got the Lululemon version. It's great, but I got Cashmere, the Amazon version, and it's exactly the same. I think my mat is 1000% worth the investment from Lulu, but the strap, I don't think it is. So just get this off Amazon. I'll link both of them for you. It's crazy how much better it's made my life rolling up my mat and being able to sling it over my shoulder and take it into the studio and drop it in my car. It's just so much easier. When you've got waters and keys and phones in your hand, throw it over your shoulder. I don't know why it took me so long to get one, but here we are, yoga mat strap all the way. I do want to share with you my favorite app of the month is this Pedometer app. With the goal of getting my 10,000 steps a day, I was finding myself really annoyed that I had to click in and scroll and try to find my steps. It wasn't easy to just see on my watch screen. When I looked at the time, I wanted to be able to see my steps. So I found a workaround. You can download this Pedometer app. I actually created a reel for y'all on Instagram, so I'll link it below. You can go watch it, and I walked you step by step through how to set this up so that you can see your steps right here on your home screen. With that step count goal, it has really kept me moving. I feel like it's totally helped me get my butt up from my desk and go on more evening walks, which I've been loving. It's just been really stretching me in the best way, and it's been really fun to have that challenge and actually see my step count. And then I thought it would be fun too to share my favorite podcast episode every month. There's a lot of stuff that I love listening to, but I want to make sure if I share something with you, it's something that really impacted me and encouraged me or educated me. This month, my favorite podcast episode was from Alyssa Bethke and Elisa Keaton, Alyssa and Elisa, on the Real Life podcast. If you don't know the Bethkes, they're amazing, but Alyssa recently published her own book, and so she did a little mini like series on their Real Life podcast where she interviewed some of her friends, women, and just asking how they find satisfaction in their lives. The latest episode she had was with Alyssa Keaton, and Alyssa is amazing. She is the leader, director, founder, I'm not really sure what her title is, of a program called Revelation Wellness. She's a fitness instructor, but she trains up fitness instructors in how to use fitness as a form of worship. In our diet culture, we have been taught to view exercise as punishment and as a form of just like shaping our bodies into what we want them to look like. Really, exercise and movement and physical activity is a gift. It is a gift to get to exercise, move our bodies, and worship in these vessels that we have. And movement is such a way for me to connect with God and to feel my strength and to lean into the gift that my body is, to connect my mind, body, and spirit. Even me going to yoga, I'm loving my yoga workouts, but it's still so easy to be influenced by the culture and what the world says we should see our bodies as, how we should see our bodies, and how we should experience exercise. So I really love this episode. They talk about body image, finding satisfaction in our bodies, not looking to the world to define how we experience our bodies, and I just thought it was really beautiful to hear the two of them talk and share, and it really encouraged me. Definitely an episode to check out. Okay, my favorite watch of the month, no doubt about it, was The World's Most Amazing Vacation Rentals on Netflix. Have y'all watched this yet? Any like restaurant show, travel show, I'm all over it. I love the concept of it. I love how they did everything from budget friendly to luxury. It's just a fun watch, so if you are looking for something to binge on Netflix, worth the watch for sure. There you go, my monthly favorites, my August favorites. I hope you loved it. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment below if you liked this and you want me to keep doing monthly favorites. I'm trying to decide if this is something I should do on a more regular basis. Let me know if you want to see that more often and what else you want to see here on the tubes. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.